Hartwoods, and welcome back to my Ultimate Decade Challenge with the Hartwoods. When it loads into the game, you're going to see that it is now Wednesday morning, I believe. Yes, so Wednesday morning, like almost 5, I think closer to 4. I'm just currently loading into Rohan household, the side household where Rohan Elderberry lives, because it is time for his elder roll to see if he gets to age up into an elder. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything ready for that, and then we will... Oh shoot! I also am gonna have to go back and see if I can figure out how much money I had before. I had the shop open in my main household, and I did not close it before I left so that I could take the 30%, and I don't know if it's going to give me that pop-up when I load back in. We will have to see, but I'm going to load in here and get the dice ready and everything, and I will be right back. Alright, so we are back in the household. This here is Rohan. It is his turn to try and find out if he is going to... Oh, I'm sorry, that's not Rohan, that's Hugh. I forgot Hugh aged up. This is Rohan. He's going to go ahead and roll to see if he ages up into an elder. I'm going to switch the screen so we can remind ourselves of what that is. I did also switch back to the old dice from Google. I found the link through Morbid's original rule spreadsheet, so I'm using that one again. I just don't like how the other one looks when it's screen grabbed, but let me go ahead and bring that up one moment. Okay, so here we are. So he is rolling to become an elder. So if he gets less than a 9, so if he gets 9 or under, he does pass away. I know this says less than 9. I'm saying less than or equal to for my gameplay. Anything 10 or above, we get to roll again and see how many years he lives. So let's go ahead, and this doesn't count. This is just what it popped up on. Let's roll. Rohan rolled an 18, so he does get to become an elder. I'm going to take a snippet of that so I can add it into his spreadsheet, or excuse me, his family tree. One moment. Right now we're going to roll to see how many years he lives. 17 more years. Okay, so I'm going to get him added into the family tree, switch back into the game, age him up, and I will be back when we're ready to do that. Okay, so this is what Rohan aged up to look like. He did originally, his eyebrows were the same color, were not the same color as his hair. He still has red hair, his red eyebrows, but I just went ahead and changed that. He is now an elder, and this is without the reshade. I'm obviously going to put the reshade back on, but he's very handsome looking. He's very distinguished. Before I went in and edited him, I did add his day of death to the spreadsheet. So he's not going to die until 1351. However, that is subject to change because I am going to release them into, like, I'm going to change their setup. I did make it so that he is infertile because I am going to make it so that they can have changes to their household's relationships. That way Hugh can start dating and fall in love, get married, have children. And I'm going to set it so that they can have children, but I don't want Rohan creating more children because he's done. Technically, he's not going to die until 1351. It is possible that the game could kill him sooner than that. I don't know how many days a long lifespan in game would give an elder. But he rolled for 17 years or 18 years. I can't remember which now, but whatever one he rolled for times 4, that was 68 sim days. So that is where it took us to. If he dies before that, that's fine, not a big deal. If I find that they are dying a lot faster than they are supposed to, with even with like my counts and stuff, I will make some changes. But right now, it's not a huge deal. I do just have them over in, actually, I can actually open it up and let me show you. But if you look over here, whoops, I do have in like the side household over here, when things happen that aren't really like I'm going to be playing them super importantly or anything like that. So like Ed the Second's going to age up to an adult over here, and then I'll count down and move him as well. If I remember to go in, it's not a huge deal. You know, these guys are going to take precedence for me to age up, and if I forget to then go and find Ed the second and wherever he is, whatever he's doing, not a big deal. The game will auto age them up. I do have that set up. This is when Savannah dies. I will go in and find her again and kill her off if the game doesn't do it for me. And then this is obviously my main household, William II. This is how many days he ended up rolling for. Unfortunately, it does not have anywhere in, like, I don't have anywhere else to put this. And then he dies the year after the war starts. So hopefully that is something that he gets to experience. But, and you can see here, this is not from the originals. This is a new event that someone added. It was where, I don't know where it is. I can show you another time. I don't want to go searching for it right now. But that's kind of where we're at here. We're gonna have to roll for this. And then, so I'm probably gonna go fix this and then pause my recording again until we get to tomorrow, when we will see if Percival and Edith get to age up. Let me see, switch my screen back. The main thing I'm worried about there is that Edith, if she dies again rolling up to a teenager, she can't get saved again. So yeah, if Edith does not make it to her teenage role, she will unfortunately just die. How do I have them defaulted? Oh, I don't want them to retire from their career. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Oh, I did release Savannah and her family, but I think I changed in here. They can have a baby, they can have romance changes. Did I? Oops. Here they are. Is this them? Edward and his wife Savannah. Yeah, okay. Okay, I have them set to die in accidents as well, so let's go ahead and change that. And has anything changed in the Hartwood Price household? Let's find out. No. Okay, so nothing has changed in here. You can see them kind of here. He hasn't gotten married or anything. I do have them set up so that they could, but so far they have not. I've set them to set up to do. Oh yeah, I need to set this back on. Otherwise they won't have more kids because no one will fall in love. Okay. Everyone else in here, like, if you go in here, these guys can do anything they want because I don't care about them. I'm just changing things about the families that I'm watching. My families. These top 3 here. And this guy. Well, technically the Scots aren't really my family, but they're my lords, so I am keeping an eye on them. But let's see what happens from here. I'm going to load back into the main family again, and I will be back. So, I was originally going to not come back in here and unpause until after they were done, until it was time to blow out the candles and stuff. And even then I was gonna like just stay on the rolling screen while I had them do that, because there is a surprise in the family that I don't want to show right now. But when I came back in, the business was closed and it did not give me a pop-up. So I do not know how much money they had because I started this recording in the loading screen. So I will not be able to see that. I don't have like a screenshot. I don't know how much. So I'm going to have to guesstimate. They're up at just about 13,000. I'm going to say they started at 9,000. I know it was 9,000 something, but I'm going to say that it was at exactly 9,000, and I'm going to do 30% out of that and take it away. They're going to be losing more than they should have, but that's my fault for not remembering to take that away. So I'm going to go ahead and figure that out, and then I'm going to pause again and play them because I'm hiding the family by having it set up like this because I don't want you guys to know. Okay, so when I go back in, I have to take away $2,800 from their family. I am going to pause it and just play this day off screen until we get to the next day when I'll put you into a like into the rolling screen. I'll roll for them, and then I will take you back into the gameplay in time to show them off in cast, whichever one makes it. Um, they will both get a teenage makeover, regardless of whether or not one of them will die, because I'll roll to see how long they live into that. And when I come back out of their makeovers, I will show the fun little surprise that I have in the family. All right, I will. Oops. I will be back in a little bit. Okay, so I'm just going to cover the bottom of the screen in my recording when I show this to hide the surprise. But I'm sure people will figure it out anyways. But this just popped up. Ignore that. Ignore that. I didn't actually end up changing anything. William has the flu. I'm not sending him to the hospital because he can't go to the hospital. So he could be dying pretty soon, which is going to really stink because I had this headcanon in my head that because I've said a few times that the little one Hayden can sort of see, it is potential that if he rolls to go to war, I am going to give him one less number than the rest of the family. But if he rolls, I was going to say that if William is not going to roll because he's an elder and the rules say that he doesn't have to. But I was going to say that if Hayden rolled to go to war, despite the fact that I'm going to heavily weigh it in his favor against his favor of like he would not go, I guess I would be in his favor. I was going to say that William II would step in and go because in his mind and what he would say to the Lord is, I'm just as useful at my age as he is without being able to really properly see. So that was like my idea. Uh that may not happen because he may not make it. So let's all keep our fingers crossed that just having him nap and stuff helps. But I think that I've had a lot of Sims have the flu, even in like this game, like in this gameplay type. But I've never had an elder get the flu and then just ignored it. And I think that that's why he could potentially die from this because he's an elder. Um, and you know what? I'm not going to cover the bottom of this. I'm just going to show you the surprise now. We adopted a cat. Here she is. This is little Cece. She is Alicia's kitten. She is technically a Maine Coon, which I don't believe existed back then, but she's just a little kitty cat. I did get her this little tree, which I know is not realistic, and I did get a food bowl, which she's already eaten out of, and then this light brown. This is the automatic zapping kitty litter. I know that's not realistic, but neither is scooping a box, which I would have to force them to do. So I did not want to get one of those. Realistically, the cat would just go outside, but for some reason, The Sims 4, that's not an option. So I'm going to pause the recording again, and I guess, no, I can do the rolls now because it's already for. No, I can't. They age up on Thursday. So I'm going to play them off screen to try and get them in better moods. And I will be back either if he dies or at the time of age up. Also, all these people are in my house again because when you don't close before you leave, this is what happens. Everyone just gets into your house. It's so frustrating. But I will be back. Hopefully, fingers crossed, William II doesn't die. All right, so I got this and got really excited. William II's no longer feeling sick and the disease has run its course. And then William II is dying from disease. So which is it? Does he feel better or is he dying? And I'm obviously not going to plead with him because he's an elder. It wouldn't make sense. So I guess we're going to, this is goodbye to William. Oh no, at least he got, you know what? He got to enjoy one more night with his family. And, he got to have some nice, oh, also I extended the basement. He got to have one more night, which was kind of a waste of money now that I think about it, because now that he's dying, She could have just gone to live in there. Oh, they're all so sad. I know. Isn't this awful? Trader, now's not a good time. Oh, actually, really quick. So let's pause. Let's get all of this out of his pockets and into Zelmira's. Okay, I guess it's just not gonna pause. That's fine. Let's see how quickly I can race against the clock here. There we go. Because Zelmira's gonna have to be in charge of everything now. Oh, I'm freezing. I'm crashing. Help me. Okay, there we go. Zelmira's pockets are so damn full. Also, I don't know who the store is going to pass down to. I hope Zelmira, but I don't know. I don't think she's gonna be able to do anything with that, but that's fine. And you know what? We'll probably sell those. I'll write down how much everything sells for and then do the math later. Yeah, should Alicia visit the doctor? Should she? Look at how much crap she has. Okay, she's not going to be able to do this, so I'm going to sell that too. And then, where are the dandelions here? Because she'll just get more later. We're really not super focused on the gardening aspect of it, except for the food that we need. Which I don't know why she has all this crap in her pockets. Let's get these in here. I don't know how much of this will actually be. Actually, I know you're really sad because, like, your grandpa is dying. But I need you to come and clean this. Death's just out here freaking out my goats. What a jerk. Edith is complaining because she stinks. Okay, well, your grandpa is dead, so go play in the bath. I don't care. Where's the kitten? Sorry that everyone's really sad. And she's really lonely. Can you stop crying over this then and play with your cat? What's wrong? Because I think that if she, that'll shoot her social up. That'll be good. Okay, I know that they really should be here to witness the death of their, grandpa and all that, but it's just too much, you know? Can you clean this up for me? See, they're all wandering away. Alright, well, is it time for his well visit? Oh my god. Oh, and he's having a hot daydream about who? Who is Dina Cap? Wait, I have a new dynasty head. Okay, let's put him out here. This is... I don't know why it changed his last name, but... Greta Hartwood. Oh, this is his wife. Oh my gosh, I forgot that he was Gen 1. Alright. Let's engrave this. And then we will display this as a gravestone. I want it to be tall like this one. So, because it has to stand out as the heir. So we'll probably just do that. And then these are little baby toddler ones. This is supposed to be Isabella's, but apparently when you hover over it, it doesn't tell you that. Who is this? Bennett Hartwood. Oh yeah, so I'm using these for all the heirs. Oh, that means I need to change the spouse. Let me display this one as... Oh, actually, let me keep that one as that, and then the actual heir will be the rounded one. Yeah, there we go. This is Gen 2's heir. Okay. What was that? virtuous. Beatrice will now experiencing some of the mix-up. How did Beatrice get given the store? Oh, that's not good. I need the store to go to Percival. I don't know. I don't know how to fix that. And then also, like, their dynasty. Who is on the head of their dynasty? Percival. Okay, so it did pass on to Percival. That's good at least. I don't want these. Okay, I need to switch because I don't want the dead children in our dynasty. Like, I don't. Delia is dead. She shouldn't be in here. Bennett is dead. He shouldn't be in here. Isabel is dead but won't stay dead. She shouldn't be in here. I'll keep the cousins. That's fine. Okay. No, why did... If I sign an heir, can I change it? Like, if I assign this to Clement, because Clement's the youngest, and that makes sense in my mind. Like, if he died, or like, if I assign this to Hayden, right? Because Hayden would be next in line. Can I then switch it? No. Oh, yes, I can by doing that, and then it just pops him right back in. Okay, that's good, 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 good. Okay, so we're gonna assign him just in case Percival dies, which could happen. Now, I'm gonna try and figure out how I get the store over to Zelmira, because I don't want it to go with Beatrice when she moves out, which is in a couple of days. So I'm gonna try and figure that out, and I will be back when I have aged them up and everything. Just because I want to play everything else off screen. I don't think anyone else is going to die in the meantime. Fingers crossed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it is currently about 5 a.m., almost 5 a.m. in my game, so I'm going to do my rolls for aging up for um, both Edith and Percival. But I also, first, I forgot that I need to do a Harriet tax for William dying because he was technically my heir. He was my first generation heir. Just because he's no longer in charge does not mean I can get away with it. I am going to take the cow off for now because we just traded our cow for meat and have not rebought a cow. So there's no cow to trade. So that's going to be a blank space. It is not a freebie. But I added the black sheep, the cream sheep, the white sheep, the soap making, wood making, these ones, the soap making, wood making, easel were already there, the candle making and flour. I did add the toy making because we have that, the mead making, my bad, and the honey press. I think that is all of the stuff that we have. There's like the foraging table, but you can't really do anything on that, so I don't. Oh, the apothecary table. We haven't used it for anything, but apoth apothecary apothecary table. I don't think that's spelt right. That's fine. Judge me in the comments. But this is what we're gonna lose to our lord for William dying. My mead making table. So I will go in and delete that. And then I'll have to buy a new one. While they're actually starting to get up in the background, so I'm gonna quickly just go handle them for a second. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just had them set up to like take care of the goats and stuff in the background. There's a mod that I had at one point where you could look and see what's wrong with the cats when they're crying. I am definitely gonna have to find that again. But so we're gonna roll for Percival and then for Edith. They cannot roll a 7 because they are rolling to be teens. Let's see what happens. So Percival is good. He gets to age up to a teen. All right. And then Edith also gets to age up into a teen. Thank goodness. I will be back after they get their makeovers. All right, so we are in here. This is Edith. I gave her her scars back. She has her cheek scar too, but you will not be able to see it except in anything but her sleepwear because I decided she would wear her hair down like this, and she's trying to hide her scarring. This is the hair that she aged up into, so I just didn't take it off. I thought it worked for her. She rolled for a master chef and neat. Obviously, she won't be able to get very far into that, but since she's a plant lover and tomorrow will be harvest day, I'm going to have her do the harvesting. And then in terms of her outfits, they're, like I said, like normal. They're all the same except for her sleepwear. She's in this, and oh, it again moved that cheek scar. So I guess she's just not going to have that cheek scar. I don't know. And then her swimwear is this. You can see that I did give her a few body scars. A lot of them are hidden below her clothes, so you won't be able to ever see them. I am confused as to why she's so muscular but so round. Whatever floats her boat. And then everything else is pretty much the same. So that is Edith. And then Percival, a very handsome young man. He aged up again with this hair, with the eyelashes. He has his father's very voluptuous lips. He got the curator aspiration and idealist as a side trait. He is mostly the same except for athletic. I gave him this knight's outfit because he's going to be possibly drafted to war. If he's not, I'll change it back. I'll change it to like that. But just in case he gets drafted, he'll need this. And then his sleepwear, party wears, this, and this, and this. And that is basically This game is testing my patience. You're the heir. You cannot be trans. Because then he can't have babies. I will let you use they, them pronouns, but you cannot be a trans female. If that is the case, I will have to change that. But that is my beautiful twins. I'm gonna probably stop recording here. It hasn't been a very long recording, but maybe I'll just hit pause, and then if I need to, I'll come back in. I think my cat plant is broken. He was just hungry, so I fed him, but he also needed to be milked. Is that possible? What is this? Essence of Days? Who did you eat? Well, let's sell it and see if anyone wants... Oh, we can't. 720 simoleons? I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna. I have a running track of how much everything I've been selling out of my pocket is, and I'll calculate it at the end and like take my bits out. Okay, we're gonna purchase a cow now that we've deleted. We got rid of our mead making. We'll have to get a new one to replace it eventually, but for now that's where we're at. And then who is the plant lover? Can you come and weed this? And this cow is gonna be fine. Sure, you can just like that. Let's see, what do we want to name our brown cow? Oh, Clara the cow, that's good. Okay, everyone's just kind of vibing, doing their own thing. Can you Phil and call Cece to eat? Oh, never mind, Cece's already eating. Never mind, Cece's already eating. Can you go and take a bath then? I don't know what's wrong with the cat because I don't have the mod that lets me look and see what's wrong with the cat. Okay, so what is his? Collect 10 collectibles. Okay, we can definitely do that. That's cool, cool, cool. He'll finish that literally tomorrow when he harvests, because I think those count as collectibles, right? And then we're working on, she's gonna need to, I cannot believe William's dead. That's crazy. So his mother lived to be 59. He lived to be 51. He was so close. He would have outlived his mother's age. So far, Beatrice, the first, is the eldest sim we've had in this save because she lived to be 59 years old. Savannah is going to give them a run for their money because she's still alive. And I think Rohan's only 2 years younger than her, but dies way after her. So Rohan will probably be the longest living one in our family. And he's a side household, so that stinks. Yeah. Let's see, who was well, other than the babies, the youngest death that we've had so far was... It would be between Flora and Everett, because they're both 2-year-old toddlers. Everett, I think that I would probably say Floria was, because Floria, she was a main household, so we rolled to see how many days she would live into it. Everett just died on the spot. So I guess technically, officially, Everett would have been just 2. Floria was 2 years old and 2 years and 3 months old. So technically, Everett was the youngest who survived birth, but I don't count that. I mean, the other kids are doing pretty good though. I mean, it sucks because like Floria would be alive, but I failed my roll. I failed to beg for her. Whoops. Oh, I didn't put Clement on here. Oh, or Magnus. I have to figure out what gen they are and add them on here. I'm probably gonna actually nothing exciting is gonna happen until tomorrow. Eris and Katarina Hartwood both age up to adults. And then the day after that we roll for Tallage, but nothing's really gonna happen for the next couple of days. I think I'm just gonna focus on getting them going, really vibing. I'm probably gonna stop playing in a little bit anyways and have some dinner stuff. So I'm gonna stop my recording here. Hey guys, just jumping in here really quick. I'm gonna tack this on at the end of the last video I just finished a while ago. I realized while editing in my spreadsheet that I did not do a marriage roll for Edith when she aged up. So I have the dice up. I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Give me a second here. Okay, so this is what it started on because I had to reopen it because I just realized. Let me go here. I'm adding her in here. I'll delete her if she doesn't get married. Okay, so in order for her to marry, she has to roll anything but a 1 or a 2. So let's go here. Okay, so Edith will get married. Let's go ahead and TBD that. And then we'll roll to see how many baby tries she gets. 10. I keep getting 10s for all of my kids. That's crazy. Okay, so that is all set. And I've been just kind of going in and editing my tree. So I figure since I'm just in there anyways, I'm going to add these with you guys and then really quickly just show off the tree and what it's looking like now. Bear with me a moment. All right, so let me just add. I was gonna roll twice, but then I remembered that Percival doesn't have to roll because he's gonna be the heir. So this is Edith's right now. I put this picture in here because she got saved from her attack while she was hunting. And then I do need to go up to William. I did update that he is now dead, but I need to add the Harriet tax in here. Yeah, he was supposed to live 15 years as an elder. He did not make it. All right, so yes, I just went ahead and I've updated these guys so we can see. I didn't have this before where it showed that Beatrice was a werewolf. I've added that in. I've updated that they're, oh, I did not put, oh, I didn't get a screenshot of the cat. No. Well, I'm going to go ahead and, aw, I have all my cats from my previous saves. That's so sad. Okay, Cece. I think I'll have to zoom wicked far in on it, but I have a picture of her holding the cat. So we'll take this and zoom it in until I remember to go into Creative Sim and actually get a screenshot of this cat. That'll have to do for now. But yeah, this is Alicia's cat. When Alicia leaves, if the cat is still alive, the cat will go with her. Okay. There's little Cece. I need a better picture. But yeah, so I also went ahead and I got these two added into the actual spreadsheet as well, like in the family section. And that was really all we needed to do. The other day, I have to write up Bennett's tragic life story, but I got Isabella's written, and I got Floria's written, so eventually they're going to approve me to add links, hopefully, and I will add this on as a link so anyone who wants to read it. Basically, after they pass, I write their story. They don't get a story until they're dead. It's just easier that way. And the stillborn babies get they don't get stories because they didn't do anything. Um, the most their story is like Abigail was how long she lived and what killed her, that kind of thing. Because I roll something on it and then I decide how long do I think that they would have lived with that. It's probably not all accurate, but that's okay. But yeah, you can see like Edwards is here. I have to finish. The only one who started before he was dead was William II. Um, I do have to go in and finish his. It's really long, but that makes sense because I've played him since he was a teen. Like he was my first heir. So I played him for a very long time, as you can see by his years. Um, Bennett would have been longer. Oh, if Bennett's is probably gonna be decent, but not like super long, because like I said, I didn't play him as long because he didn't live as long. He was 25, whereas his dad died at the age of 51. So I have to change that so it says years old. Because yeah, but yeah, that's kind of where we're at here. I just wanted to give you a little update on this. I'll just tack this on at the end. I figure I should get used to doing this because I am going to be doing it more often. More often than not, this is going to be kind of what my Ultimate Decade Challenge is going to be. It's going to be a video where it's kind of really chopped up and just going through big moments during days, and then at the end, if anything big happens, an update of the tree, or like maybe every 10 years, an update with the tree, something like that. Because eventually we're going to start on YouTube our own. It's ours. It's going to be ours together. Hopefully by the time I get there, I have more active like subscribers or commenters. If not, I'll just pretend like I do. We're all great at making stories, but yeah, I don't know. I've thought of maybe just going through and like I have all my pictures saved from all of my this Ultimate Decades challenge going back pretty far. Well, I guess this isn't really a lot, but I see like the triplets and Zelmira. When I basically started saving them from the time that like Zelmira. Well, no, because Wilhelmina and Rohan. Yeah, so right around that time, I didn't do. I have more pictures, obviously, but they're all in the Sims tree, and I wasn't gonna save them, but I decided I wanted to. These are townies that I give makeovers to, just in case they end up getting married into the family. So technically, like, I edited Pierce well before we married into his family because I was looking at him for her. Um, but yeah, that's kind of just where we're at. I have to get all of these are in here because they're not uploaded it yet. I'm debating making a family tree for Princess Desiree. I haven't yet. This is just an empty folder because I haven't done anything with this. This is just like the picture I've been using for the screensaver, but I'm gonna my like title screen, but I'm gonna change that out, so I put it in here. Um, Yeah, this is empty because I'm not doing anything. But I will have to rename this as well because this is going to be the Hartwood one specifically. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of pop in here and show this off, and you guys can look at it. Maybe I'm gonna figure out how to put a link in. But for now, if you wanted to just see it, here we are. If anyone is watching this and they're really interested in reading any of these, and I don't have, or like hearing any of these stories, and I can't post the link yet, let me know. I can always do a video where I'm reading them. Um, they're pretty long, and I don't know if my voice is super annoying, but let me know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here with our next air pulled up on the screen. All right, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.